Ground ball off the leg of White and by the shortstop boys in the left field. Clarkson will take the turn and hold, and it appears that White will be okay. They'll check to make sure. Kernigan over, the third baseman Marty, Steve Carrion all over to make sure that their right-hander Michael White is okay.
Another look at it shows a hard ground ball off Michael White's leg, deflected into shallow left field. Boys running behind second base, anticipating the play. It was out of position for the ball, and it goes for a hard infield single off the bat of Clarkson.
So the fourth hit off of White. And literally off of White. So 1 on, 1 out for Doug Chase. Nothing out of 2. Bounced out to third his last time up. Chase looking out at White as he comes home, and the drop ball misses low and inside, ball 1. Chase does have 2 home runs in this tournament. So he definitely is capable of putting one out. Swing and a miss over the top of a drop, and the count is even at 1-1. Two good hitting ball clubs. Payless came into this game as a team hitting .264 for the tournament. NHCD .295. Bunt out in front of the plate. White gloves, tosses, Carrion the second baseman covers for the out. On the play, Clarkson goes to second. But you got to think in this situation, down 3 with 1 out in the 5th, he was punting for a hit.
Absolutely. He's looking to surprise the infielders there. But the problem was he wanted to bunt the ball up towards the third baseline, but he got it up back up the middle. White pounced on in a hurry and made a nice strong throw to Steve Carrion covering covering first base on the play.
So here is Rocky Vitale. Fly to center his last time up. Vitale, former member of the Madison, Wisconsin Farm Tavern team. And he takes a strike 0-1. What a championship round he had in the Canadian Nationals last year. In the 2 games to decide the championship, with Victoria winning 6-2 and 10-2, Vitale went 6 for 6 at the plate. That one in tight to the right-hand batter, and the count is even at 1-1.
Come on, Whitey!
Rocky has been a fine player for a long time, as he showed us in that Canadian final series when Payless defeated Owen Sound, which had a disappointing finish in this year's tournament. Brad Underwood, their outstanding left-handed pitcher with arm problems, really wasn't 100%, and it showed. Ball low and inside as Owen Sound finished second last year, losing to Sioux City in the championship. This year, though, Owen Sound winds up in 22nd place with a 2-2 record. This tournament is run for 10 days. 48 teams began this tournament, and we're down to the final 2.
Again, we have activity in the Sioux City bullpen. Jimmy Seaman and Doug Middleton both throwing out there.
Al White's pitch, low and inside, a ball, and the count on Vitale goes to 3-1. There you see the 2 right-handers. Seaman, a New Zealander.
Man. Yep. Next to the screen is Jimmy Seaman, number 34.
3-1. Chopper to short. Boys charges, throws, and gets him at first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and Sioux City 3 outs closer to another championship. They lead Victoria 3-0.
What's that?
Look up there.
Poly what?
A disease?
Is it bad? What's
Bad.
going
It can
on?
kill you.
Tough questions, but the Muscular Dystrophy Association has the answers you need. If you suspect you or your child have one of these diseases, check it out at an MDA clinic near you. Call 1-800-572-1717.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sioux City still leading by a score of 3-0. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up 4. Sioux City to face left-hander Mike Piechnik, who all he can do right now is try to keep Sioux City pinned down and let Victoria's Beth get one more shot in the 7th. An outstanding 1992 World Tournament. Congratulations to Salt Lake Tournament Director Ken Hackmeister, the entire crew, the grounds crew, the volunteers who worked so hard over the 10 days of this tournament to put things together, the Salt Lake County Parks and Recreation Department as well. And all in all, I think all the fans who came in from out of town really enjoyed their stay here in Salt Lake City. Mark Sorensen to come to the plate. Grounded out to short his last time up. He is 0 for 2 so far.
Sorensen is the most runs batted in for a tournament leader here. He is actually tied with Paul Humiston, Long Beach Nighthawks. Mark in 1988 was voted most valuable player of the tournament when he drove in 11 runs in this season, batting at a .390 clip, 23 home runs, 60-plus runs batted in.
Well, add another base hit to that collection as he grounds a single into left field. So a leadoff single for Sorensen here in the 6th. And that'll bring up Tim Wall to the plate as Sorensen now.
Mark Sorensen, the front leg pointed in, gets a drop ball down and away and pulls it into the hole at shortstop by Bertoya out in the left field. Aston has to field it on the ground, gets it back into second base.
Sorensen now 1 for 3 for the game. Wall's bunt right back to Piechnik, throws to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. Bertoya and Sorensen will tangle up at second base, but everybody's all right. So they get the force out as Wall's bunt just a little bit too hard. So 1 out for Trent Rubley.
Sioux City looking for an insurance run. Had the power hitting Tim Wall attempt to sacrifice bunt, bunted it too hard, as you said, Steve, right back to the mound. Mike Piechnik fielded it, got an easy force out at second base. Now I believe we'll have a runner for Wall at first.
Looks like, and it is Bob Michelson. So Bob Michelson, the pinch runner. Michelson has had limited time in this tournament, but heck, he's 2 for 2 at the plate. Sang the American National Anthem on opening night. He's had a busy week despite not playing a lot of ball. 1 on, 1 out for Rubley. Check swing, foul back for a strike, 0-1. You know, getting back to Sorensen, that base hit that he had. 1 for 3 today. What a tough time for Sorensen. His average fell 26 points from 455 to 429. Rise ball misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch to Rubley. Little chopper foul behind home plate. And now Piechnik's ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, regardless of the outcome, Ron, you got to give a lot of credit for Piechnik, who along with Terry Bell, who won 3 games, was able to help bring this Payless team through 7 straight victories in the losers bracket.
They were upset earlier in the tournament by the then Cinderella team, Middletown, New York, and were forced to battle their way back, winning 7 games in the losers bracket to get to this point.
2-2 pitch, low for a ball, 3-2. Actually, the Des Moines Metros were able to beat them to knock them into the losers bracket, but Payless got a measure of revenge by beating the Metros the second time around in the losers bracket. Payoff pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down, in and out of the glove of Bertoya, so in with the stolen base is Michelson. The strikeout for Piechnik, though, is his 7th.
With the count full on Trent Rubley, they decided to send a runner Michelson from first base. A drop ball down and out of the zone. Vitale up in a hurry, but he one-hops the shortstop, and he's unable to come up with it. And Michelson sliding into second base with a stolen base.
So Michelson in scoring position. With 2 out for Randy Burnside, who took a called third strike his last time up. Chops one foul back into the left of home plate. 0-1 the count. Michelson retreats back to second. So 1 strike on Randy Burnside. Low into the dirt, gets away from Vitale. He can't find it. Michelson will take the turn at third at hold as Dave Badavinak, the third baseman, able to locate it along the fence. So the wild pitch moves Michelson up 60 feet. And now there is a runner at third with 2 out.
Even though Sioux City seems to be cruising behind Michael White, that's a big run at third base. A run here would give him a 4-run lead. And the grand slam cannot come back to hurt you.
Burnside lays off the rise ball. They appeal, and Dave Casso, the first base umpire, says he did not go around. Randy Burnside, not a bad year for Randy.
.294 season average, 11 home runs with 34 runs batted in.
There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. On the downslide, a little bit of an outstanding career, but still some good numbers for most people.
And of course, Randy had a major surgery, reconstructive knee surgery in the offseason, a basketball injury, disabled him for a short period of time, but he worked hard to get back in shape to come back for the season.
Full count now on Burnside. Very versatile player. Plays the outfield, can play first base, and can also do a pretty good job as a catcher. Low and outside as he takes the changeup for ball 4. Second walk issued by Mike Piechnik. Runners at the corners with 2 down. The batter, Steve Carrion. He tripled and scored in the third, tripled in the fourth, but was thrown out at the plate trying to stretch it into an inside the park home run. Carrion with only 4 hits throughout the course of the tournament, but 3 of them have been for extra bases. As earlier, he had a double in this tournament. Runners at the corners, 2 out, and Carrion takes a strike, 0-1. Looking ahead to the 7th, Payless will have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. Swing and a miss at a rise ball, 0-2. Arian trying to work some of the kinks out before he gets back into the batter's box. Bob Michelson, the runner at third. Randy Burnside is on at first. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He tried to hold up on the rise ball and couldn't do it. Strikeout number 8 for Mike Piechnik. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the 7th. Last chance for Victoria. The score, NHCD 3 and Payless nothing.
Silver summer. Silver time, silver line girl in the silver suit looks so fine. Looks so fine. Silver box, silver top, silver fish, silver wish come from here, right from here. Ooh, and it tastes so good. Cause life is alright here now. Cause life is alright here now.
Good afternoon, Dad. Keep your hands off the fender. Did you read Chevron Supreme has high octane and Tetraline?
Is that right?
Maybe I could go fill it up. Just to the gas station.
High performance, high octane Chevron Supreme fights power robbing deposits with the cleansing power of Tetraline.
3 hours? Gee, Dad, you didn't want me to mix the old gas with the new gas, did you?
Now, Utah Jazz glasses, 99 cents with an 8-gallon fill-up at Chevron.
Top Turf Saturday kicks off with a bang. The Gamecocks are headhunting in Kentucky, but the Wildcat defense hungers for head. South Carolina battles Kentucky, or the surprising Wolfpack unleashes a vicious defense when NC State takes on North Carolina, or TCU faces SMU in the SWC. College football's finest take no prisoners on the Top Turf. Live Saturday on Prime Network.
Hi, welcome back to Salt Lake City, the picture postcard backdrop to this 1992 International Softball Congress Tournament. And we go to the 7th inning of our championship game. Sioux City N8CD just 3 outs away from their 4th championship over the last 5 years. And Mr. Michael White in the pitcher's circle there has been a part of a couple of championships, the '87 title for Cedar Rapids, last year's championship for Sioux City, and he and teammate Jared Martin this past year pitched Evening Post of Miramar, a suburb of Wellington, New Zealand, to that country's national championship.
Thanks for reminding me. It was my team out of Wellington that he beat, dethroning us. We were the champions nationally in New Zealand the year before. But Mr. Michael White, I should say, a master.
He'll face Anthony Bertoya, Dave Badavinak, and Mark Makareth here in the 7th. Bertoya struck out swinging his last time up. So we're ready to go here in the 7th, and White's first pitch is in tight for a ball, 1-0. In case Michael should falter at all, Sioux City already with Middleton and Seaman warming up down the left field line. The 1-ball pitch, a little bit high, and the count goes to 2-0. White through 6 innings has struck out 5, walked 1, and scattered 4 harmless singles. There's a strike, 2-1. Victoria, though, has had their chances. They've left 5 men on base, and 4 of them have been in scoring position. Now the 2-1. Chopper foul outside of third. So the count is even at 2-2. Regardless of the outcome, a great comeback, though, for Victoria coming through the losers bracket, as we mentioned, winning 7 in a row. But they ran into a brick wall here with this N8CD team. The 2-2, he just gets a piece of it, fouling it back, and the count is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sioux City with Trent Rubley in left, Bill Boyer in center, Todd Stevenson in right. 2-2, swings and misses at a change. He struck him out. Strikeout number 6 for Michael White. The infield, Marty Kernigan at third, David Boys at short, Steve Carrion at second, and Mark Sorensen at first, and Michael White is on cruise control.
Change up on a 2-2 pitch, pulls the string way out in front of his Bertoya. Easy strikeout.
Dave Badavinak got a base hit his last time up. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. Michael White in the circle, Tim Wall, the catcher, making up the Sioux City battery in this one. Now the 1-strike pitch. Ooh, waves and misses, and that time Badavinak nearly corkscrewed himself into the ground.
Mike White is pitching, or showing how to pitch out here. He's putting on a clinic. True, he doesn't throw as hard as he used to do, but he's hitting the spots. He's working well with catcher Tim Wall, and he's throwing the ball exactly where he wants to put it.
Time called as Badavinak steps out. Now the 2-strike pitch, and White steps out. And outside a ball, 1-2. Michael just a couple of months away from becoming a father for the first time. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss and a changeup, and Badavinak winds up on the dirt. Michael White wants to end this game with a flourish. That is strikeout number 7.
Off-speed pitch, this time taking a little bit off the rise ball, way out in front. Falls to one knee on that pitch. Mike White making it look easy.
And it's up to Mark Makareth now to keep it alive for Payless. He is 0 for 2, reaching base once on an error. outside corner above the knees, 0-1.
Steve, Mike White's making a statement in this ball game. There was some talk in the tournament that this season maybe Michael White was losing it, but after beating Guanella Brothers in a big game the other night, coming back strong against Victoria, he's looking exceptionally strong, and he's telling people, look, I can still pitch. I've still got what it takes to win.
Makes McElrath look bad on the changeup, and the count is 0-2. So we're down to our final strike. Oh, and 2 the count. Wall the sign down. The target up. Rise ball sails high. Wall loses the face mask in the process of pulling that one down. And the count 1-2.
No balls and 2 strikes. That's just a waste pitch. Mike's seeing if he can get the batter to fish at the high rise ball out of the zone.
You don't suppose he'd try to strike out a 3rd straight batter with a changeup here?
I'll tell you what. He might take it to the bank.
Oh, hard rise ball misses high, and the count even at 2-2.
Again, those rise balls, I believe, are setting up this next pitch. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's shown him rise balls 2 times in a row. Let's see what he comes back with.
The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a changeup. He struck him out. The ball game is over. And Tim Wall out to congratulate Michael White, who ends the game with 3 straight strikeouts, and he pitched an outstanding ball game. And Sioux City NHCD, for the 4th time in 5 years, are the International Softball Congress World Champions, and they congregate out there in the infield, an experience they certainly have come to be used to with the championships that they have put on the boards over the years. 3-0, Sioux City wins the championship. We'll be back right after this.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. I've got a special offer on out-of-print collector baseball cards. Now you can own 200 genuine collectible baseball cards for the unbelievable price of $9.95. It's a collector's dream come true. Each set contains baseball cards going as far back as 1986 and including Topps, Donruss, and Upper Deck that are no longer being printed. Over the years, the value of baseball cards has skyrocketed, and while no one can guarantee baseball cards will go up in value, we can guarantee each set will have star, superstar, rookie, and all-star cards. So take it from me, Mel Allen, at this price, these cards could be gone. 200 genuine collectible baseball cards, no duplicates, mint condition, only $9.95 each, plus $2.95 postage, limit of 5 per household. So get cracking. Call now to order.
An international field. Match sailing's toughest competition. Be a part of the strategy, skill, and teamwork as savvy crews guide their ships to victory. The Omega Grand Prix of Sailing. All season on Prime Network.
All right, welcome back to Salt Lake City, where NHCD defeated Payless by a score of 3-0 to 4th ISC World Championship over the last 5 years. It was a great ball game, Sioux City winning it by a score of 3-0, and the key hit of the ball game came in the 3rd with 2 men on base. Marty Kernigan came to the plate and delivered this 2-run triple to left field. That scored 2 runs to make it a 3-0 ball game, and that's where the score ended at 3-0 with Sioux City taking the championship. Good speed around the bases from Kernigan as he went on to reach 3rd base and drive in the runs to win the ball game. Now, as far as the tournament is concerned, a great 10 days of fast pitch softball here in Salt Lake City. Some great players, too, throughout the course of the week, performing their art very, very well. And the best of those, the most valuable player in this 1992 ISC tournament, Dave Badavinak, who hit .464 with 3 home runs and 7 runs batted in throughout the course of this tournament. One of the key blows in the tournament was Badavinak's big home run to defeat Clearwater in the losers bracket final, the 7th win in a row for Victoria, and that got them into the championship game against Sioux City, Iowa. So Dave Badavinak, the most valuable player of the 1992 ISC World Tournament. One of the other key players in this tournament, the outstanding pitcher for Sioux City, who just toiled the shutout, Michael White. We'll have a conversation with Michael right after we pause for this message.
Slowing down, that ain't you. No, 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 that's not you. Easy drinking beer, that silver bullet smooth.
Know where it's coming from, setting the mood. The pure taste of the Rockies and silver bullet smooth.
Make the move, Coors Lights, it's silver bullet smooth.
The body design is indicative of the level of refinement throughout.
What strikes you is noise. There isn't any.
Optional V6 provides as much power as conventional V8.
Feels far more expensive than it is. Driver's side airbag is standard.
Bigger and better in every way. The Toyota Camry has received so many accolades, and now there's more room to accommodate them. Introducing the all-new 7-passenger Camry wagon. We just couldn't leave well enough alone.
Foot Locker asks Mike Powell, how far can you take it?
29, 4 and a half.
How far can you take it?
From downtown.
Mike Powell wins it! Foot Locker slam pass!
Foot Locker gives you the start.
How far? Hell shatters a 20-year-old world
The
record!
rest is up to you.
All the way to Barcelona.
How far can you take it?
Foot Locker.
How far can you take it?
I'll trade you my Benito Santiago and a Coke Classic for your Rafael Palmeiro.
Wait a second. Make it the whole 6-pack, and you've got it.
I can't believe you traded me.
Rafael, wait a second. Rafael!
Hey, come on. 26 home runs, I hit 322, and you traded me?
It's nothing personal, dude. Just business.
Hey, don't call me dude.
All right, welcome back to the Cottonwood Complex in Salt Lake City, where Sioux City NHCD has won their 4th World Championship in the last 5 years, shutting out Victoria Payless by a score of 3-0. And one of the keys to the Sioux City tournament victory was the pitching of veteran right-hander Michael White. Michael was the first-team all-tournament pitcher on this ISC tournament, 3-0 this year with a 0.37 earned run average, 19 innings of work. He struck out 29, pitched a great ball game here in the championship, and he joins us right now. Michael, 3 World Championships now to your credit, plus the New Zealand national title this past year. Suppose it's not old hat to you at this point.
No, it never gets old hat. I just love to play the game, and winning this thing's like winning the World Championship in baseball. It's the one to win.
Well, it certainly is, and you did it with a flourish there in the 9th inning, or 7th inning, I should say, striking out 3 in a row, and all 3 strikeouts were changeups. You really wanted to end big, didn't you?
I guess that kind of set the tone for the week. I've been using my changeup a lot this week, and to get 3 strikeouts with probably my best pitch kind of was great.
Well, you struggled early in the ball game. They had some scoring opportunities early, but after a while, you got into a groove.
Yeah, early in the game, it was trying to get into a groove and just trying to make them ground out, and our team made some outstanding fielding plays, and so they just kept us in the ball game until we scored 3 runs, and then I could loosen up and throw my changeup more.
Throw your changeup you did is you struck out the last 3 batters of the ball game, and the last one was certainly an exciting one for you, and Tim Wald congratulating you on yet another championship, the 3 worlds, the New Zealand title, and what's next for Michael White?
Well, ASA, I have never won an American national title, and that's exactly what I want to win. So that's going to be in 2 weeks' time, maybe 3 weeks' time, and we're going to set our sights on that one.
And, of course, you've got a young one coming along. Best of luck to you on that as well.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah.
All right, Michael White, winning pitcher in this championship game. Sioux City wins it by a score of 3-0. We'll be back to